Spoiler warning for Stranger Things 4. Scenes may contain disturbing images, so keep that in mind, especially with our Surfer Boy Pizza commercial. Anyway, on with the show!
Tired of cooking your own meals night after night? Then let our surfer boys and girls cook a fresh, sunny side pizza just for you with one phone call. Don't let the exhaustion of cooking your own dinner be the death of you. We'll offer our signature hunks just to let you know that we're here with your order. And remember, we deliver anywhere, not just California, where our main headquarters can be found.
Hey fellow neighbors, this is your weird and nerdy neighbor Jay. I know, yes, there are two of us. Today we're gonna talk about Will's trauma. What is his trauma? What does that mean? And why is it the essence of Stranger Things? In order to understand what Will's trauma is and means, we have to go back when it all started. Stranger Things Season 1, Episode 1, Will's disappearance. We did our best in our research to give you an accurate depiction and explanation. The basis and the causes of his trauma were abduction by an interdimensional creature, hiding in constant fear of death, as well as the actual near-death experience. Based on the American Psychological Association, trauma is an emotional response to a terrible event. Immediately after the event, shock and denial are typical.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay.
Really good, Mom. Hey, Mom, we'll tell you about the game.
Oh yeah, I threw a fireball at him and dead.
Wait, you mean?
Long-term reactions include unpredictable emotions, flashbacks, strained relationships, and even physical symptoms.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I needed some air.
Come on, you're up on Dig Dug. Let's take that top score back, huh?
But that is not all. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, can happen acute or can even become chronic. In order to be defined as such, the traumatic event has to be actual or threatened death, serious injury, or sexual violence. Through his direct experience and repeated exposure to such horrible events throughout the whole show, we think it's safe to say that it becomes evident that he has symptoms of PTSD.
The anniversary of an event brings back traumatic memories, sort of opens up the neurological floodgates, so to speak. Maybe some personality changes. You might get irritable, might lash out. Well, from what we know about post-traumatic stress, and we're still learning, okay? Just treat him normally. Be patient with him. Don't pressure him to talk. Just let him lead the way.
Symptoms that can be associated with PTSD are relational difficulties, sense of guilt and shame, low self-esteem, distorted self-image, disassociation, difficulties regulating emotions, and sense of hopelessness and loss of meaning.
What are you working on? Zombie boy. Who's Zombie boy?
Me.
Will, come on, talk to me.
Stop treating me like that.
What, like what?
Like everyone else does. Like there's something wrong with me.
We experience Will suffering from social anxiety, social victimization. With PTSD, patients that are suffering from flashbacks are experiencing this event not as a past event, but more so as if the event would happen right now. As well, with Will's flashbacks, he's experiencing them in the present. Here is a very interesting clue. When Will is talking to Dr. Sam Owens, he describes he's so afraid that he just freezes from fear.
So how did you feel when you saw the storm?
I felt frozen.
Heart racing?
Just frozen.
Like frozen cold frozen? Frozen to the touch?
No. Like how you feel when you're scared and you can't breathe or talk or do anything.
We also cannot overlook that Will is feeling out of place. Like the world is a different place. Like he doesn't fit in, and he's very worried about his friends. He might even feel guilty and ashamed that he is the cause that his friends had to go through so much hardship. There are certain triggers that certainly cause physical symptoms, like this scene where we see a form of epilepsy happening while the scientists are trying to destroy the vines with fire. He's experiencing a dramatic convulsive seizure. Talking about epilepsy, there are many different forms of seizures. The most extreme version we immediately recognize is the convulsive seizure. Another form is something that's called absent seizure. We also see it in this scene. As well, we have seen it in season 4 happening with Max and the other college kids. So what is epilepsy? Upon our own research, we found an explanation that epilepsy is a response of the physical body consciousness. Because you're blinking out your awareness in one dimension and blinking in your awareness in another dimension, which this is certainly becoming evident in the universe of Stranger Things, where we have different kind of dimensions and realities. We believe the trauma also could be translated as fear, confusion, lack of understanding of the situation, and separation. So, and this is where we dive now into the separation part. Separation meaning. So, since season 1, Will became separated from his family and friends, while he at the same time became connected to the Mind Flayer and the UpsideDown. He wasn't there when his friend made important connections, for example, to their girlfriends. He missed a major part from developing as a child to an adult. He skipped all those parts. He had to be like brave and mature from a very, very early age. He is and was basically a walking dead person. Even though his friends took care of him, they couldn't save him from the stigma. It's understandable that Will feels a little left alone and like an outsider, even more. And that's what we mean by the separation. Like, he hasn't many connections anymore to his friends and family. Connections in a more metaphysical kind of way, because even though he is surrounded by his friends and family, in his head and mind, he's still in the Upside Down. His connection to the Upside Down and the Mind Flayer really is the essence of Stranger Things. Well, through Will's trauma and continuous suffering, the show is what it is today. And that's all that we have to discuss for now, my dear neighbors. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe.
You heard the lady. Click that subscribe button or we'll hunt you down!